Won't it be Ryan the Great? And today we are going back to the Super Bowl. The Philadelphia Eagles, baby, are going back to the Super Bowl. They defeated the Washington Commanders, dominated the Washington Commanders throughout the majority of the game. Let's be honest. And they dominated the Commanders. They played an incredible game, and they will face the Kansas City Chiefs in the 58th, 59th Super Bowl, whatever the hell it is. But yeah, I'm happy about it. And I'm sorry this video is getting out a bit late. I had yesterday, and that being Monday, when I normally film these videos, I had to get to St. Joseph's Prep versus West Catholic basketball game. We did win, thank goodness. And yeah, that's why this video is being filmed on Tuesday. But let's just get right into it. But before we get right into it, guys, make sure you guys subscribe with your post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother in the vlogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Ryan the Cod Great. Make sure you guys go follow me on X or Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest. Did I say Cod Great again? It's Combat Great. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast, and make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. For you, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the video. Let's roll that intro. Hey, come on, Stotty. Stop! 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 Red flag! First pitch! Bring him in! Yes! Oh, damn. Alright, let's get into the video. So starting off with the Eagles, their offense and their quarterback, Jalen Hurts. I mean, he made all the right plays, and he didn't just do nothing during the whole game. I mean, he was accurate with his throws, and most of his incompletions were just passes being thrown away. The offensive line, while the pass protection was good, I think that if Jalen Hurts wasn't as good as he played in this game, there would have been about 6 or 7 sacks that they would have given up if he would have played like how he did against the Rams, which is, I guess, average or below average at best. So, thank God he was on his game, because, I mean, there were a few times, though, where he was about to give me a heart attack when, he was just staying in the pocket, and then he, would barely be able to get the football away and throw it out of bounds. So, all the things that I've criticized Jalen Hurts for the entire season, he was able to fix it. He was able to play great. And even the criticisms, are they even necessary, to be honest with you? Because of the fact that he wins football games, and he was able to obviously be I guess, the second, third biggest reason the Eagles won the game. So yeah, you got to give credit to Jalen Hurts. He played absolutely incredible. And then moving on to our running back, Saquon Barkley. I mean, he's the most. He's probably the most dominant second level rusher in the NFL. Nobody can stop him. Credit to the offensive line for making good pulls. They were able to make blocks even when Dickerson and Jurgens were subbing in and out, because both of them had injuries. So we'll talk about the offensive line in just a few minutes here. But Barkley, I mean, he's just been doing what he's been doing. He's been able to break tackles. He's been able to get through the right gap. He's been able to use his blocks efficiently and correctly. Just everything fundamentally right for Saquon Barkley. And then on the first level, and then when he gets to the second level, he's able to make a move, and nobody can bring him down with his 500, 600-pound squat or whatever the hell he's squatting. He's just absolutely incredible, and everything he's doing is fundamentally correct, and there's just really not much else you can really say about it. It's just that he is the best running back in the NFL, and I think he needs like 32 yards or whatever it is to become the single season record for most yards as a running back. That includes playoffs and regular season. So I hope that he definitely will get it in the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. And then moving on to also one thing, I forgot to write this down. Thing about Shipley, I want to keep him on the kickoffs. I think Gainwell will probably be back by the time the Super Bowl comes around. He obviously has a concussion at the current moment in time, but what do you call it? I really would like to keep Shipley on the kickoff return now, whether it was Washington just getting down on themselves, and that's why he had such a good return. I don't know, but it was better than his returns, or 2 returns, 3 returns, whatever it was, were a lot better than what Gainwell has done over the course of the season. And Gainwell had like 1 good return against the Rams last week. Other than that, over the course of the season, I can't really tell you a good return that he had. But yeah, I'd like to keep Shipley in there. Also, had that nice run. I thought it was funny because he gassed out and he was looking at the Jumbotron to, see who was behind him. But moving on. Moving on to A.J. Brown. As I mentioned before, one of the best one-on-one wide receiver in the NFL. His releases were terrible, though. Especially on that 4th and 5 against Lattimore. I mean, that was his release was just so terrible. It was a press man. I don't understand what he was doing. It was a bad release, but good thing he was able to get behind Lattimore, to make that play. It was just a bad release. But anyway, his releases weren't good, but he was able to make up for it. He ran his routes correctly, got out of his breaks. He went up strong and get the football. I was screaming at the TV when when he had his touchdown. What do you call it? I know when they moved Goddard to his side, and I'm screaming at the TV, move him out, let him go one-on-one. And then thank God Hurts was able to motion Goddard out of there. I hope that was a Jalen Hurts call, not a Kellen Moore call, because then that's just even more reason for me to give some credit to Jalen Hurts. But yeah, a great play by Hurts, or great play by Brown on that touchdown. Just a simple out route. He can really run anything, so he's pretty unpredictable. I think he got 80-plus receiving yards when he went one-on-one, best one-on-one receiver in the NFL. The Chiefs, they don't have anybody like L'Jarius Sneed. They obviously have McDuffie, but I don't think he can't guard A.J. Brown one-on-one. Nobody can. So, let's give credit where credit is due. Moving on to Devontae Smith. That one catch up the sideline, that was not a catch. You can tell his toe was out of bounds, but I'll take it. It feels like the game against the 49ers a couple years ago when when it really wasn't a catch, that one-hander, but, have to take it. Credit for the Eagles, though, getting to the line. Also, stupid by the Commanders not to challenge you. You got to be aggressive, especially in a game like that, but it is what it is. But other than that, we used him on some drag routes. He was able to get some yards after the catch. I've been saying we should do that, and he did it. Sometimes I feel like they are watching the videos, but sometimes I feel like they just completely ignore me. They probably don't care about me. Whatever. But yeah, I'd like to keep using him in that sort of way. Let him get yards after the catch. Chiefs defense very good on Chiefs defense is very good on later downs, and they like to play back. So, if it's like a 3rd and 5, something around there, and we can get him the ball in a drag, let him get yards after the catch, then, I definitely appreciate that. And then moving on to the field of receivers, nothing really there. There was absolutely nothing there from the other guys. I don't even know how many snaps they played. But anyway, moving on to Goddard. We finally used him on the RPO. I've been saying it for months. Use the RPO. He got multiple first downs, multiple yards after the catch. He was able to fight his way for the first downs. Please use him on the RPO. We can run it. When we got to the Super Bowl in 2022, we were an RPO offense, and it got us there. It is what helped us win the game. It gave us momentum to keep driving down the field. Come on, use the RPO more often and use Goddard on it. I think we also got to use Brown on it a couple times as well when he kind of ran that little curl. I don't really know what the type of route he was running, but he ran like a little curl, and I think that was an RPO, but please run the RPO to Goddard more. It works. Just come on. It's not even a Kellen Moore thing. I'm just happy that Goddard, was able to get the football in that position. And he obviously excelled in it because I know he can, and he's done it before. Oh, my God. Moving on to our offensive line. Our pass protection was really good for the most part. There were a couple times when Hurts wasn't holding on to the football. We let up some pass rushers, but for the most part, all Hurts really all quarterback really should need is a few seconds to get the football off, and that is what Jalen Hurts did. He got it off in around 3 or 4 seconds, so you got to give him credit there. But the pass protection was great. I love that I love that Kellen Moore was using the pullers. I'll get into him and after the defense, but I was really happy that the blockers we were able to get rid of guys like Bobby Wagner, Luvu, who. He's jumping over the offensive line on the tush push. It was actually a smart play, but I didn't know. I actually did not know that you were allowed to award a team a score, on the 1 yard line, if they intentionally do that, jump up and intentionally try to draw the penalty. I actually didn't know that was a thing. I knew about the unsportsmanlike I think I remember something about the unsportsmanlike conduct thing. I feel like that's happened before, but I didn't know about they can actually award a score. That's actually pretty cool. That's not cool, but like it's interesting. I never knew about that. Anyway, the pullers were great. We were able to get to the second level. I love we use same side pullers. I was pretty surprised. I don't ever really remember us doing that. But we did it. And it worked out well. I mean, the same play we did it, Barkley got a 60-yard touchdown. Then when we used it again on that same toss, like in the second half, I think he got like 7, 8 yards on that tech carry or whatever it was. So, good on him. I hope Dickerson and Juergens are okay because they were flipping in and out, and it was just a weird predicament. So I hope they should be ready by the time the Super Bowl comes around. You get your treatment, and you go easy in practice, and maybe play in limited practice. I don't know, but they should be ready to roll. Everybody should really be ready to roll by then. Defensively, defensive line, we did a great job keeping Daniels in the pocket when it mattered. There were a couple times when he got out of the pocket. He tried to go up the middle, which I know we gave up a touchdown on that in the second game we played against them, but realistically, Daniels does best when he gets out of the pocket through the side, not through the A-gap. So he just does better that way, in my opinion. We were able to keep him in the pocket, and also we put enough pressure on him to make him throw a bit of inaccurate passes. I mean, he almost threw the ball 50 times and couldn't even break 300 yards passing. So we did our job. Nolan Smith, I mean, he might have the fastest hands for an edge rusher in the NFL. He did a really great job. He's playing great in these playoffs. He's finally realizing that he has hands and he can use them. He has 4 sacks in the playoffs. I believe that's a franchise record, if I'm not mistaken. And then Jordan Davis actually got a sack. I mean, he looked like he was using some speed on that. I don't know what cardio he was doing this week, but he looked good there. Not much from Jalen Carter. They double-teamed him every single play. I mean, they had the backup guard on him. I forget, Scott, I think it was, whatever his name is, because I know Cosme tore his ACL. But yeah, they threw everything at Carter. They were not going to let him touch Jaden Daniels. Our run defense was good. They normally just run up the A-gap, and we've done a great job defending that over the course of the season. So I didn't expect that to be an issue, and it wasn't at all. And then moving on to our linebackers, Bond just doing everything right again. He was helping on tackles, got low, made his own tackles. He got the forced fumble as well. Most guys won't run over to help make a tackle and force the fumble. They'll just let in this case, Dejin make the tackle. So great job by him. I could say he's the defensive player of the year in my opinion. Oren Burks was good. I mean, he made a great fundamental play on Eckler. He was getting up with when the ball wasn't protected, and he just punched it out. And that's just great fundamental football textbook play there. Eckler definitely messed up badly. But he was making tackles. I don't think he whiffed any tackles today, or not today, a few days in this game. So he was making plays. I loved what he was doing. And then for our corners and safeties, great coverage from Mitchell. I think he only gave up 1 pass. He's been great throughout the playoffs as well. I believe he's only given up 4 passes for 21 yards, holding quarterbacks to I think below 10 in rate, which is just that's just unheard of. What do you call it? And then Slay, they didn't really target him much. They really stayed short the whole game. They didn't They stayed with the stack set. They Commanders do this thing where they it's like historically they've done this. They always get the ball to the guy in like the back of the stack set in a trip stack set. They did that today. Dejin gave up a few passes, but most of the plays were in the slot to guys like Ertz and whatnot. So, but he made some nice tackles. I gotta give him credit. Gardner Johnson, Blankenship didn't really do much. Both guys didn't really walk down. Blankenship did actually make a few tackles, but that was really about it. I think he made 1 third down tackle. I mean, not really much. They didn't walk them down, and they didn't go deep at all throughout the game. I was really surprised, but great job by the defense overall. I mean, they really did their job. Secondary did great. I like that we rushed 4 for the majority of the game and let the secondary work. Because it worked. I mentioned it earlier. Daniels almost threw the ball 50 times and didn't even throw for 300 yards. Anyway, moving on to our coaching. I love the same side pullers, just the pullers in general. Great call from Kellen Moore. I didn't even think of the same side pullers. I didn't really think it was going to work, but it definitely did. It really helped Barkley. And good thing Hurts played great. And then I like our defensive game plan was simple. There's a simple cover too. It didn't really drop anybody, didn't walk anybody down. If you walk Vic Fangio, 4-man pass rush. Let Bond Burks pick up whoever they needed to, and they just let the guys play. So I was really happy that really happy with the game plans, really happy with the way we executed. And for the bottom line, if Hurst can play like this and our defense can just try to bag Mahomes, or not try, if they can bag Mahomes in the big game, then we got a real shot at this thing. I'll obviously give my predictions in a few weeks. We're obviously gonna be talking about, I don't know what we'll be talking about. I guess we'll be talking about the NBA trade deadline and the Sixers until we get into Super Bowl week. That'll probably be what we'll be talking about for the next 2 weeks, I guess it is. So yeah, that'll do it for the video, guys. Make sure you subscribe with the post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother Laying the Great Blogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Run the Combat Great. Make sure you guys go follow me on X or on the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Run the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast. And make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch at Run the Great Podcast. And as always, Run the Great out. Peace.